So what a kernel does is, it interfaces between the application and the hardware. Okay, so you have this editor which you have to type something. You type something and it's printed on your display. So how does that happen? That happens because you have a kernel, it has system calls. System calls is the certain basic programs. Okay, they're very small programs. It is like, I want something from the hardware, and how do I get it? So I have a system call for that. It's a procedure. Without rules, computer is nothing. So you need some rules, and that's what system call does. And system calls are made in kernels. They're put in kernels. And what Linux does is, it has a microkernel. Okay, don't worry about these words, they sound really weird. It has a microkernel, and what microkernel does, it is a small kernel, and it lets the user interact with it. Okay, it's different. Wait, how do I? No, I don't. Okay. So what microkernel does is, here there's a hardware and there's application. Okay, so there's more of applications work and less of the kernel's work. Just take it like, application has to do a lot of work and kernel has to do very little work. Okay, but then Linux came up because the creator of Linux didn't find it useful. So what he did was, he made the kernel a bigger kernel. So the applications, they have to just minion tasks, and the kernel does the main work. So kernel is bigger, and it's called monolithic kernel. Don't worry about these words; they just they sound magical. So this is wait a minute. How Linux came up? So he wanted, who knows the name of the creator of Linux?
Linus Torvalds.
Okay, one small correction, it's not Linus, even he doesn't like it. It's Linux. Linus Torvalds. That was his name. Okay, Linus, not Linus. And it's Linux, not Linux, Linux, sorry. People do call it Linux, but use the word Linux, it's more technical. So what he thought was, he didn't like the concept of Linux. So he wrote his own codes, and they are written in C. C is the language. C, Unix was written in C, Linux was written in C, and Linux was written in C. Linux became the base. People liked Linux because it was free, of course. He kept it free, but some people do sell it. That's different. That's the brief history. It's not complete history. So don't worry about it. Let's go to the slide.
Yeah. So in this presentation, we'll start with free and open source software. So let's see how things got through time. So in the beginning, we had people learn through the community. For example, I know something, I'll tell it to my child will tell to his child to his child, and like that. So it went on through civilizations. It was called community learning. And then we had the industrial revolution, and then there was paper and then pen and everything. So people used to write things. After things got written, there was the software revolution. In the software revolution, there were people who wanted to code everything and make everything digital. But these people, they drew boundaries over knowledge. For example, you have a book that is printed, you have some information, they won't give it out for free. But then there was the open source revolution. And these people, they wanted to make software free. They wanted to, because when you use a computer, if there's a laptop, what is the use of a laptop without the operating system? So you have the basic right to have an operating system in your laptop. So that is what was the thought behind free and open source software. So this is what we are going to discuss in like 5 minutes. The FOSS basics, free and open source software basics, the philosophy behind FOSS, and the applications of FOSS. So let's begin with the FOSS basics. It's everything about create and then share it, and that's how you innovate. In open source software, human readable source code is available for free, and that permits use and change and to improve and redistribute the code. For example, you have something, it's open, it's free, you use it, you change it, give it to your friend, do anything with it. It's free. And then we understand that the basic philosophy behind FOSS is that software products must be easy to understand, simple to modify, reliable, accessible, and marketable, and that's what FOSS does. Now we move to the FOSS philosophy. What goes behind FOSS to make it the best option for everyone? So there are certain levels of freedom that we are expecting with software. So the 0th level of freedom, you moved it, man. Yeah. So first is to run the program for any purpose. For example, I have a program, whether the purpose ethical or unethical, I can run it for any purpose. However, that is not the case. Freedom 1 is to study the source code of the program and amend it according to your needs. That is the freedom number 1. Freedom number 2 is freedom to distribute the copies of the modified version of your software. For example, you change the code. Now your friend wants the same code, so you can just give it to him, the same copy of that what modification you made. The third and the last freedom is freedom to improve the program and release your improvements to the public, so that the whole community benefits. For example, the CR of your class, I don't know who is it. So he has made some modification he wants to distribute on the Google group. He can do that. He can do that according to freedom 3 of free and open source software. Now, the philosophy is users should be treated as co-developers. If I am using a software, I should have the right to change it. I should have the right to perform modifications in it. I should have the right to distribute it. And I should be known as or treated as a co-developer. Okay, this is the idea behind FOSS. You know, that girl there, she distributes the software to the community. The community guy here doesn't like something, he changes it and distributes it back to the community. That's how this works.
So, what does this say? Anyone knows what is this?
The buffalo. Yeah.
GNU, what is it? GNU, okay, it's called GNU, and it's a recursive acronym of GNU is not Unix. Okay, so it's not Unix. What it basically is this person who was in MIT's artificial intelligence lab. This guy, he wanted Richard Stallman. He wanted a free and open source operating system. Okay, the operating system where each and every program is free of cost. You don't have to pay a single penny for that. So what he did was he developed a project, GNU operating system. You can go online, search for it, GNU.org, and you'll see his voice which is coming up. You know, it is not yet being, they don't have a stable release yet, but they're still developing on it. They're getting more compilers, they're getting more libraries, they're improving it, and this is the project. Okay, and what happens with GNU is GNU has its own license term, GNU-GPL, okay, General Public License. General public license also use Windows. You might have something called end user license when you are installing something, right? Yeah. So similar to that,
you don't read that, but
yeah, you never read that. But similar to that, GNU developed one license called General Public License. Anyone can get the license, and it's free. If you have the license, it means it's free of cost. Your software is free, and that's what he wanted to do. He is still alive. By the way, you saw his photo at that time. Yeah, it's like the beard and long hair and all. So. That was what GNU is all about.
So GNU permits you to use your, it permits early releases, so that all the people are changing the code, so you don't require a specific group of people modifying the code. So there are early releases. For example, you want to releases every 6 months, and you are owning the code that you use. You have complete freedom to use the code for whatever purpose you want. You own the code. You are the author of the code, or whatever you think about it. So it's not just about owning the code, it's about creating an impression. I don't know what that means. Yeah. So now we'll see some applications of FOSS. Linux, the widest and the most amazing application of FOSS. Linux is used in large scale industries. Linux is used in a lot of places. Linux is used on mobile phones. Android is based on Linux. Symbian is based on Linux, I think. Everything. So Linux is there everywhere. It's in your, it's in the air conditioner. It's everywhere. Yeah. So this is what he was talking about. This Richard Stallman. He's the guy who was founder of the GNU project, and Linux to a world is the creator of Linux kernel. So this is some history about them. Okay. Now these are some examples of free and open source software in your day-to-day life. You all know VLC Media Player, right? It's free, right? You don't need to install a crack, you don't need to download a serial number, you don't need to do anything of that sort. So, the second is, the only thing that VLC Media Player cannot play is nothing. Okay. The second is Android. Is there on everyone's phone? I mean, at least 50% of you have Android phones, and all that thing. Apache is a web server. I don't know how many of you know about Apache, but Apache is used in industries. It's the industry standard for PHP and JSP servers. Drupal, again I don't know how many of you know, Drupal is a content management system for designing web applications, and it's free. And then Java, as I said, it's in the projector, it's in the air conditioner, it's everywhere. Java is there everywhere, and Java is a free and open source project. And then Wikipedia. You're using it since your class 9th probably, 9th and 10th for completing your college assignments. So it's free, you can use it anywhere, for anything. And then there's Firefox. Again, it's free, it's open source, you can do anything you want with it. And then there's Ubuntu, Linux, which we are going to talk about in the lecture in the coming time. And the best Windows antivirus is pre-installed in Linux. In Linux, you don't have the problem of viruses. There won't be viruses on your Linux system ever. Okay. And then there's Google. It's free. I mean, it's free, but it has no guarantees. Yeah. there's no guarantee with it. Yeah.
I'm in love, by love.
Okay, so it is free, it has no guarantees, but then it works. It works pretty well. It's better than spending 6,000 on your Windows 7, it's seriously better. So just imagine a day without all this. Just imagine a day without your phone. I can't imagine my day without my phone, without the AC. I can't imagine. This projector, it's really tough to imagine the day without free and open source software. So everything is cool unless you begin selling first. That's happening in recent times. People are selling free and open source software by making some modifications. That's not allowed actually, but then there are some rules. There's always a workaround the laws, so you can do something. Now these are some of the quotes. I found these in the FOSS magazine. These are not mine. These are from great people. So it's a matter of liberty. Understand the concept, you should think of free as in free speech rather than free speech. I don't know what that means. You understand it. It's yeah. Forget it. You read it. Okay. Yeah, and then there's dual SIM phones. The same thing. Okay, now let's get to some serious things. This is the agenda of the 5 days, the next week. The first day we'll be doing installation, we'll be doing it right now. Second is the basic terminal command. You can skip between lectures, you can attend lectures which you want, you can do anything with this agenda, okay? If you don't want to attend a particular day, you can skip it, you can do whatever you want. First day is installation, basic terminal, advanced terminal and file permission, Vim and shell scripting. Alright? So we'll begin with installation now. Yes. Yeah. We'll begin with installation. So there are 3 methods of installation. First is Booby. Booby stands for, I don't know what, Windows Ubuntu installer. Yeah. Booby stands for Windows Ubuntu installer. In earlier times, in the times of Ubuntu 10.04, 10.10, I mean the first Ubuntu that I used was 7.04 I think. That was April 2007. So in those times we used to have something called Booby. It's not there by default in present time, but we are going to do something to it, so to enable it. Okay, let's check it out. So everybody has everybody has the ISO, right? Everybody has the image mounting software? Okay. Who doesn't have? You don't have the image mounting software. Install it, man. Yeah, whatever. So, whatever different tool you have, I have my try. This is my favorite, I don't know. I was given a try, so in my first year, I love this software because it has so many capabilities. I can make multiple pen drives using this, I can mount ISO images, I can edit ISO images using this, so I just love this software. Okay, and it's free. No, it's not free, actually. You crack it and you use it. So, just open and try. So, whatever image mounting software you have. Is everybody with me? Yeah? Open the ISO or whatever image mounting software you have. And then go to your folder where you have the ISO. Am I fast? Everybody here? Double click on that ISO. Yeah. Okay. In this area you have the file explorer, the usual thing, right? Windows 95. And this one is The ISO. Who couldn't get dot ISO? Yeah, whatever, dot ISO. So, yeah, double click on that. Okay, everybody there? What are you doing? Is everybody there? Come on. Yes. Fine. Now go to tools. Go to tools and say mount to virtual drive. A simple press F6 on your Windows. This guy doesn't have Windows. Yeah. F6, yeah. Okay, go to tools and just do F6 or go to tools, mount to virtual drive and then click on mount, so it's loaded. Or whatever image mounting software you're using if you're not using Ultra ISO. And so it's mounted. Okay, I can open it from here. Is everyone there? Yes, sir. Who is not there? What's your problem? You don't need a pen drive. Yeah. Yeah, you installed the version 9, right? The version that I sent you guys on the mail, that has the virtual drive thing. That's why I said you should install that. If you install version 9.3 something, that doesn't have the virtual drive. So that will be a big problem. And 8 point something doesn't have a bootable pen drive thing. So, you guys don't read the README files. I don't know what you're doing. Okay, is everyone done? Is anyone else having that problem? Doesn't have the virtual drive there? You're also having that problem?
बैटरी खड़ा हुआ है बैटरी स्पीड खड़ा हुआ है लास्ट टाइम मैंने वो भी इंस्टॉल किया था तो विंडोज हो गई थी ब्लू स्क्रीन ऑफ डेथ हो गया पूरा फॉर्मेट था तो अभी विंडोज बैक हो गया so just try to if it happens then okay if you don't do the installation to virtually just totally sick everything happens
Then if you don't have more time, just do it quickly. Yeah. People click on mouse. The box above it says loaded, right? So it's mounted. That's it. Yeah.
No virtual drive.
No virtual drive means you don't have patience to read the README file. Okay, that's it. Yeah, just open your laptop. Yeah. So,
all those who have problem with that no virtual drive found, just skip it. We will also show you how to do it with
guys, we
virtual
can't
box.
spend more time here.
So we can just virtual box.
1.5 hours.
If you can't do it with ISO, Ultra ISO, leave it. No problem. We'll do it with virtual box. Virtual box.
A lot of you are having problems with your virtual drive. That is because you didn't install it properly. Go back to your room, check the mail, or write me a mail. I'll send you the Ultra ISO setup. Have to read the readme files and install it. People who don't have the virtual drive, just forget about it. Write me an email. I'll send you a setup of virtual Ultra ISO. Install Ultra ISO using the instructions that are written in that file, and then you'll have the virtual drive hopefully. You shouldn't have problems with Ultra ISO because it's nothing. I mean, it's nothing in Ultra ISO. People who got to this stage, did you get to this stage? When you mounted your drive, just click on the button that appears outside it. This one. Okay? And then when you click on this, you get to this. Your CD drive, your virtual CD drive. Right? On Ruby, right click, run as administrator. Is everyone with me? Except the people who don't have a virtual drive or the people who don't have the ISO. If you are having problems, check it again on YouTube.
If you don't have a virtual drive, it's not a problem. For virtual box, you don't need ISO, Ultra ISO and all. You just need the Ubuntu 12.10.
Okay, we do this in 5 minutes. Just check it out. Watch it again on YouTube. I don't know what you do. Write me an email, whatever. Okay, this thing. So there are two options: demo and installation, or learn more. In times of 7.04 in 2007, right up to 10.04 in 2010, we had the option, the third option, install inside Windows. But in this one, we don't have that option. So how to get that option? Just press your Windows key. Okay, whatever. I'll have to press my Windows key. You have to open the elevated command prompt. So on the command prompt, so that is not the elevated command prompt. Windows R CMD is not the elevated command prompt. Go to CMD, right click it, and run as administrator. This is called the elevated command prompt. I don't know why. Elevated is because this is the super user. Or that is what it is called in Linux. So we are going to use a simple command. Okay, did you guys get this command? Write this command there. Ruby.exe in your elevated command prompt. Except the people who are having problems with mounting, except the people who don't have a virtual drive or whatever. For Windows Server. Yeah, you should write G there, right? Yeah, in Windows 7 and Windows 8, same thing. I did Windows, and then I wrote CMD, and then I right click and run as administrator, right? Same thing with Windows 7. Put your Windows key, CMD, right click, run as administrator. Is it done? Yeah. Yeah, good. You need to close the earlier movie version first. Yeah, fine. So, a lot of people wait for that.
YouTube पे तेरा क्या बेटा पड़ा
इसके बाद एक्टर का
Yeah, now can you see the command? v.exe space 2 hyphen 4 hyphen OB, whatever. Everybody here, please, I don't have more than 10 minutes for this, but I've already spent 15 minutes, so please, You're not in the element.
क्या कर दिया हाँ तो क्या ये मेरे दोबारा
Here at Google, we consistently seek out new ways to improve your quality of life. We try to find solutions to problems you didn't even know you had. We delved deep into your personal life and found that something was missing Introducing Gmail. Yes, we've created the perfect mail.
Of course I'll go with you to the baby shower. But don't forget, we also have your sister's birthday dinner that night.
I would have totally forgotten about that. Thanks, Gmail.
Of course. The last time you made a sandwich, I noticed you used mustard.
Thanks, Gmail. Hey, have you seen my keys?
Found him. Found it. Aquí está!
Hey! Hi! Come on in.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Come meet everyone. I think you are gonna fit in right here.
And then he told me if I bought them today, that I get the second pair half off. So that's how I wound up with the blue shoes.
Based on my active listening and picking up on your keywords, I understand that daffodils are your favorite flower. You have a strained relationship with your mother, and blue is your favorite color.
You're a really good listener.
Here at Google, we're really good listeners.
No, Mom, I told you that stuff takes like 7 days to work.
Sorry, couldn't help but eavesdrop. Monostat 3's on sale at CVS for $3. Here's a coupon.
Oh. Thanks.
Your mom's gonna love those pictures. You should probably also include Great Aunt Janine.
Yeah. I didn't know you knew Great Aunt Janine.
Her birthday's March 14th.
How are things with Gmail?
Yeah, how are things with Gmail?
Oh, hey! Hi. How'd you find me?
Well, this is one of your last 5 destinations.
Oh. Okay.
You're gonna make your goal wait.
That was Portia. I think it's a right.
No, it's left.
Are you sure? Because according to the map...
Please, what's this from? 2010? That's the house, right?
Yes. But how...
That's Street View.
And after the gym, I went to happy hour with Steph. And yeah, that's how my day was.
Based on your keywords, I've determined you're having an affair with Sam.
What? Where'd you get that idea?
I'm a really good listener.
Google is taking the guesswork and confusion out of what you need in a relationship. Because how can we give you everything you need if we don't listen to everything you say?
आज जो पूरा जो टेक्नोलॉजिकल सिस्टम है वो क्लाउड सीडिंग पर आ गया है। आपको पता है, आपको कोई सॉफ्टवेयर की जरूरत, अगर आप गूगल इस्तेमाल करते हैं मनीष जी, तो आप देखिए कि गूगल में आप अपने सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स जो हैं आप सिर्फ कंप्यूटर पे रिकॉर्ड हो जाते हैं। अच्छा, गूगल का जो पूरा सॉफ्टवेयर है, आपने कभी गूगल की सॉफ्टवेयर सीडी देखी है कभी बिकते हुए? नहीं है, वो सारी क्लाउड के अंदर है। क्लाउड सीडिंग बोलते हैं इसको। तो अब जो नया युग आ रहा है उसके अंदर आपको सिर्फ एक कंप्यूटर के अलावा जहां पर आप उसको कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं क्लाउड से, उससे आप सारा सॉफ्टवेयर और आपके सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स आ जाएंगे। अभी तक यह स्टडी नहीं हो पाई है मनीष जी कि क्या बारिश के समय, क्या जब अंधड़ आता है, क्या इसके अंदर एबरेशन आ सकती हैं? अब एबरेशन, मान लीजिए आपने ये यूनिक आइडेंटिटी कार्ड बना दिया एक गरीब का, बेचारे का, उसका कभी टेस्ट नहीं हुआ बार बार जी, उसने उस समय दे दिया। अब क्योंकि ये जो यूनिक आइडेंटिटी कार्ड बनाएंगे ये उससे नहीं बनाएंगे, क्योंकि आपको जाना पड़ेगा जंगलों के अंदर 100 मील दूर जाके। वहां पर आपने जब बनाया तो उस समय क्लाउड ठीक था, या आपने जो क्लाउड सीड किया था, इसका एक पर्टिकुलर क्लाउड सीडिंग होती है, जो एक क्लाउड सीड किया जाता है ऊपर, वो क्लाउड की एक सिचुएशन थी उस क्लाइमेट में। आपने जब उसको चेकिंग करना शुरू किया तो जहां पे चेक किया वहां पे क्लाउड, उस समय बारिश हो रही थी, वो फॉल्ट दे रहा, वो कहता है ये तो आदमी वो नहीं है जो अपना ये दे रहा है, आपने उसको गिरफ्तार कर लिया। अगर मान लीजिए 3% लोग भी गिरफ्तार होना शुरू हो जाते हैं, या 2% भी होना शुरू हो जाते हैं, या 1% भी होना शुरू हो जाता है, आपने तो गिरफ्तार करके उसको रात को बंद कर दिया जेल के अंदर, तो आप क्या इसमें, इसकी क्या एफिकेसी है? ये बातें अभी तक हमारे देश का जो सबसे बड़ा दुर्भाग्य ये है कि जब ब्रिटेन जैसे देश ने 8 साल की स्टडी करने के बाद इसको रिजेक्ट कर दिया, इस आइडिया को, हम अभी तक टेक्नोलॉजिकली इतना प्रूफ नहीं पहुंचे हैं। अगर किसी चीज की अकरेंस की पॉसिबिलिटी 0.00001 हो तो उस सिस्टम को तो मैं लेने को तैयार हूं। क्योंकि 100% कोई सिस्टम नहीं हो सकता।
लेकिन ये तो पूरा मामला ही
अगर 1% भी अगर उसकी पॉसिबिलिटी है या 2% भी है, तो आप उस 2% वाले को तो आपने नाप दिया, और उसमें 2% अगर सही वाला गलत पकड़ा गया तो 2% गलत वाले भी तो सही निकलेंगे उसमें से, तो आपका पकड़।